Hey everybody, we are live. I'm going to give everyone a quick minute to pop in, make sure that our feed is working. I'm going to check the page here on the iPad, make sure we're good to go. So come on in, grab a seat, get yourself situated, and then we're going to start. I'm really excited. Today's going to be awesome. We've got a lot of content coming your way. I know that we've only got about 45 minutes or so that we're going to spend together. I don't want to take up too much of your time, but hopefully in this 45 minutes, we can get you some really solid, actionable content that you can take and implement right away to start booking more clients. That's what it's all about. So I've got the iPad here so I can see your questions. I'm going to pull up the page right now. So the page you're on should look a little something like this. So you're on the page here. We're good. I'm going to turn the sound here. So you can comment below in the chat box with the Facebook comment app. I will see your comments and can reply to them. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Give everyone a second to roll in. I'll introduce myself in a minute, but right now, I just kind of want to dive in and give you a quick look at what you're going to learn today so that we can roll right into content. I don't want to waste your time. So today, we're going to talk about how you can use the concepts in 5-dimensional coaching, our proprietary method, to start booking clients, to start booking high-end clients consistently so that you can have the income and the impact that you really want to have in your coaching business. We're going to talk about why so much of what the online marketing industry is teaching you is actually hurting your coaching business, why you're actually being led astray and what you can do about it. We're going to talk about 3 simple phases that you can implement in your business to start booking clients. It's really only 3 steps. It doesn't have to be a complicated system with tons of moving parts. If you can master these 3 things, you'll never have to search for clients again. You'll be fully booked whenever you want to be. So we'll dive right in. As we get started here, comment below if you like, introduce yourself, tell me where you're from, and tell me where are you at in your coaching business right now. Are you just starting out? Are you an established coach who's ready to see more consistent income? Where are you in your business? Comment below and I will see it and be able to respond. So I'd love to hear from where you are. I'm gonna take a breath. I'm excited. And where you are in your business. So everybody get your water, get your notepad. Let's dive in. Okay. So before we dive into the content, there's a couple of things that you need to know, some house rules that I want to set for you. First of all, there's no get-rich-quick scheme going on here. There's nothing I'm going to teach you on today's class you're going to be able to go apply and make $1 million in a week. There's a lot of people who sell with that sort of messaging, and it's dishonest and damaging. So this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. You actually do have to work hard in order to be successful in business. Who would have thought, right? Second, you can't just sit around and do nothing. You can't put a bunch of systems in place and then magically your coaching business is going to start bringing in clients like clockwork, right? Passive income, in the way that most people teach it, is a myth. You're not going to set something up, let it go, never have to deal with it again, and then look in your bank account and suddenly have tons of people purchasing from you. That's not really a real thing. So if that's why you're here, this isn't for you. And lastly, there's nothing that I can teach you in today's class. What if you don't have professional imagery? We'll get to that. So there's nothing I can teach you in today's class that is going to overcome a lack of expertise in your subject matter, right? If you want to be a health coach, you need to know your stuff. You want to be a relationship coach, you should probably have some experience as a therapist or counselor or something like that. If you want to teach business and marketing, you need to have success and a track record, not just with yourself, but with people who've applied the method that you teach, right? There's too many people who get into online business and suddenly they want to be a social media strategist or a branding expert or whatever it is, but they don't have the expertise and the experience to back that up. And there's nothing I or anyone else can teach you that's going to make up for a lack of experience. So you have to have experience in your subject matter, right? So those are the ground rules. We good? Ready to go? So who's this for? So you don't waste your time. I want you to know that you're in the right place. This class, this client creation masterclass, is for anyone who uses their knowledge or expertise to create transformations in other people's lives. I'm talking coaches, consultants, teachers, anyone who has a message that you share, a skill set that you bring, that you use to really help people create transformation. This class is for you. And we're going to cover, I told you a little bit before, we're going to cover 3 main points, really. We're going to cover why what everyone else is teaching you in the online marketing world is hurting your business. We're going to cover the 3 phases of attracting and booking high-end clients, the 3 phases. And we're also going to uncover what your real job is. What should you really be focusing on day to day so that you know exactly what you need to do when you leave this class. You can go and implement it right away, right? It's not enough to give you a bunch of theory. I could sit here all day and teach you theory and teach you strategy, but you've got to be able to implement it really quickly. So that's what we want to do. So sound good? Give me a yes in the comments if you're ready to go. I'm going to check here on the iPad. Make sure everything is clear, that we're good to go. Awesome. Okay, so let's get started, shall we? Let's dive in. If you're taking notes, take notes. That's fantastic. If not, if you just want to listen, that's totally fine with me. So if you're a coach and you're just starting out, or you're established and you're ready to book clients more consistently and really get to the level of income, you want to see those 10, 20, 30, 50, $100,000 months. There are 3 areas really that we need to master. 3 things. We need to be firing on all of these cylinders at once in order for you to get to that level. So here are the 3 things. The first area that we have to figure out is your income. You've got to have money coming in the door, right? If you don't have money coming in the door, you don't have a business. The second area is your impact. You want to be making a difference in people's lives. You want to know that your work works. You want to know that what you're teaching is actually delivering results for people, that you have happy clients, that your audience enjoys what you do, and that you're making an impact on the world, because that's why you got into coaching in the first place. For most of you, this isn't about money, although yes, we do want to make a great living. This is about making a difference in other people's lives. That's why you got into that. So we need to optimize your impact. We need to make sure that you're having a really great impact on your audience and on the people you work with. And lastly is your independence. We want to make sure that the business is leaving you enough time to explore your passions, that you have time to spend with your family or go travel or take a class if you want to take a class, you know, develop hobbies. If all 3, impact, influence, and income, aren't working together, you start to have problems, right? How many of you have had great work, you're doing work that your clients really love, you're getting great reviews, and you have a lot of freedom, but you're not making enough money, right? That can be really frustrating. You don't have the income that you want. Or conversely, you can be making a lot of money and having a great impact, seeing great results, but your business is taking up all of your time. You don't have any time for your family. You're spending 12 hours a day on social media. You're stressed out all the time trying to run the business, right? That's not going to work for you. And conversely, you could have tons of freedom, lots of freedom, and lots of money, but not really be making a difference in anyone's life, and you're going to feel unfulfilled, right? So all 3 of these areas have to be working in unison. Because what happens when they're not, when one of these pieces is out of sync, this is when people start to self-sabotage. This is where you hit burnout. This is when you start to hit a wall and think, if you're not making the income, right? You've got the other two pieces, but the income isn't coming in. Eventually, you're going to start to doubt your ability as a coach. You're going to start to think, well, maybe I'm really not that good at this. Maybe this just isn't for me. You will throw a wrench in the business subconsciously. If it's taking all of your time and you're unhappy, you're going to throw a wrench in it and find a way to blow it up, to be quite frank. That's what we do. That's why we have to be getting all three of these areas going at once. Does that make sense? I'll check the comments here. And I would imagine, I bet that a lot of you have experienced some of this. A lot of you might be in a place where, let me know if this sounds like you. I'll check in with you. You're posting to social media all the time. You've attended tons of webinars and you see all these strategies that everyone else is using, and you try to duplicate those strategies for your own business and you get crickets. You're posting in Facebook groups, you're creating content, you're writing blogs, you're looking into Facebook ads, and yet no matter what you do, you can't seem to book clients consistently. Or maybe this sounds like you. You've been getting people on free sessions, connecting with people online, but you aren't getting any yeses. You're getting a lot of people who say, thank you, that was really great, and then they disappear. And maybe you email them a week later and they give you a vague, wishy-washy response and you never hear from them again. Your sessions aren't converting and you're starting to wonder if you're doing something wrong. You're starting to wonder, why isn't this working for me? Maybe you're a coach who has clients. You've been working with people one-on-one, but it's taking up all of your time. You don't have any time for your family. You don't have any time to work on growing your business because you're too busy in the business. Do any of those sound familiar? If they do, you're in the right place. This class is for you. So let me introduce myself. I can't imagine that you don't know who I am if you signed up for this, but maybe you don't. So I'm Avery Ford. I'm the creator of the Spark Lab for Coaches and the 5-Dimensional Coaching Academy, where I teach coaches not just strategies, how to book clients, but skills, how to deliver incredible results to those clients time after time after time, so that you can have a coaching business that really gives you the impact, the income, and the influence that you want to have. So that's what I do. That's what I'm known for. I started my business about 3 years ago. We're about 3 years in to this current business, and I've seen a lot of success with coaches, and I've had a lot of time to see where people go wrong, to see where the industry is leading people astray. So let's dive into that. Here's what I see happening online that is hurting a lot of coaches. Here's what I think you've been taught that isn't working for you. If you listen to a lot of online marketers, the thing that is like the dirty open secret is that most of online businesses are marketers teaching marketing tactics to other marketers so that they can teach marketing tactics to other marketers. Right? It's like, oh my God, shoot me. But that's what it is. A lot of the courses, the programs, the Facebook ads, the webinars that you see online are marketers teaching marketing to other marketers. Here's why that hurts you as a coach. Marketing is one piece of your business. It's one component. You can learn all the marketing strategies in the world, but if you don't understand your ideal clients, if you don't have a skill set in being able to attract them with your content, invite them into conversations, really powerful conversations, and then enroll them into your programs, all the marketing in the world isn't going to help you. But most people don't think of that. Most people listen to the noise in the online space. And here's what the noise tells you. You need to have a blog. You need to be posting on Facebook 5 times a day. You need to be interacting in groups. You need to start a podcast. You need to look into Facebook ads. You need to do webinars. You need to do joint ventures. You should host a telesummit. Now go try to do all that right now at the same time. Impossible, right? It's going to drive you nuts. No one has enough time in the day to do all of those things. And if you're like so many of the people I see, you've tried to do all those things and they left you literally like banging your head on your desk going like, what the hell am I doing? Right? That's what most online marketers are going to give you. They're going to throw a bunch of strategies and tactics at you, or they're going to teach you to build a funnel. You need to have lead magnets and blog posts that lead into the lead magnets. You need to give people opt-ins and then email sequences and then pitch them a product and have them buy your $7 product or your $47 product. And then you're going to upsell them into a course. And then you're going to try to enroll them in a higher end group program. That's fantastic. But here's why it's not working for you. In order to make a complicated funnel like that work, you have to have mastered a whole host of skill sets. One, the foundation has to be great. Whatever you're selling has to be really good and it has to work. Two, you have to understand your audience really well, who your ideal client is. Three, you're creating funnels now. So your copywriting and the sales page and the design of the website and the landing pages, that all has to be on point. You have to understand how to write sales page copy that actually gets people to push the buy button. You have to understand the tech of how to set up the landing pages and the sales pages and the back end of things. So now you're learning tech. You have to understand how to write emails and email headlines that get people to open those emails, read them, and then click. And oh, by the way, now you have to learn Facebook ads to drive people to that content and get them to enroll in the opt-in, take the email sequence, go to the sales page, click. Are you exhausted? I'm exhausted just thinking about it. Here's why it doesn't work. At any point along that process, there are any number of things that could go wrong. And when one piece doesn't work, the entire funnel doesn't work. And building something like that, that really guides people through a journey and gets them to see you as an authority and then hire you or buy your product, can take months or more, a year or more to test and perfect and get each piece just right if you're trying to do it all yourself, right? The other solution is to hire a bunch of people to do it for you, and then you're out tens of thousands of dollars. And yet that's what most people are trying to do online. They're trying to build these complicated funnels to get people from social media into a call. So it doesn't work because there's too many skill sets that you have to master. There are too many places along the way that things can go wrong. The other reason it doesn't work is this. Most courses have a very low retention rate. Most people never finish courses. And for evidence of this, look at your own hard drive. How many courses or programs have you enrolled in that you didn't finish? A few, yeah? Me too, we all do. What happens when you sell someone a $7 product or a $47 product and they don't complete it? Have you ever bought something from someone for $47, you never complete it, or maybe you buy their $300 course, you get 2 modules in and then you stop? Do you continue to be an active member of their audience? Do you feel inclined to buy more from them, to continue up the ladder and join their high-end group program or do coaching with them? No. Once you've purchased from someone and you don't see a result from what you purchased, for whatever reason, you don't finish it, it doesn't work, it's too confusing. One, if you don't finish the course, you start to feel guilty about not finishing, and you project those feelings of guilt onto the person whose course it is. Your students will do the same thing. If they don't finish the course, or you go through all the effort to get them through this funnel and then you sell them a $47 product that they don't use, They associate you with that, and they are unlikely to come back and buy again. Conversely, if you have someone in your audience, you nurture them, they purchase a high-end program or coaching with you first, they see great results, they are likely to come back and keep purchasing again and again and again. When you launch a course, they're going to be in it. When you launch your next program, they're going to want to know about it because they saw results with what you gave them. Now, I know that this is going to sound a little strange. It might be hard to believe, but hang in there with me, and I'm going to prove it to you. It is just as easy to sell a $2,000 package as it is to sell a $200 course. It takes just as much effort. It takes just as much time and energy. The difference between going and trying to sell a bunch of low-priced products and going and trying to sell high-end is very minimal. It's the last step that changes. What you're selling changes, but whether you're selling high-end or whether you're selling low-end, you're still posting on social media the same amount. You're still creating the same amount of content. You're still writing the same emails, creating a sales page, maybe having a call with someone. All the steps are still there, but what you're selling at the end changes. So I want you to shift out of this mentality that it's easier to sell lower priced things, because it's not. If someone sees you as the solution to their problem, if they believe that you have what they need and that you're going to be the one to help them see a result, and if that result is big enough, the price of the offering doesn't matter. So why not enroll people in something high-end, in a group program, in a coaching program where you have more leverage over their success and can deliver a better experience to them? Stop following what all the online marketers are teaching you, because it's going to overwhelm you, it's going to confuse you, and you're going to end up working really hard for not a lot of money. You know, at $200 or $300 for your course, you've got to sell quite a few of those every month to hit your 10K, 20K, 30K month goal. With a $5,000 package, you can sell 6 in a month and hit your 30K goal. And those 6 are going to be just as easy as the 200 people who you would have needed to buy a course. I promise you that. How does that sit with you? I'm going to check in with you. Look at the comments. Does that make sense? Do you see how most of what you're learning online is actually hurting you as a coach, as a consultant? It's actually not serving you, because the most powerful way for you to serve your clients isn't in a course. People don't need more information. If they did, they could get it on YouTube. What people need, why they're still stuck, is because the course wasn't enough, because the webinar, the information that they got wasn't enough. They're still getting in their own way and they need help moving past it. That's why they hire you. So deliver an experience that helps them do that. So let's check in. Comment below if you have any questions before we move on. Boop, boop, boop. Anything? Okay, good to go. I don't see any comments on here, so let me double check one last time. Be patient with me. Okay, we're good. So let's keep going. So we've shifted that. We've turned things around on their head. So if your real job isn't to be posting online all the time and creating funnels and courses and doing all these things, what is your real job as a coach, a consultant? Your real job and the focus of everything you're doing online should be this: to invite people into a powerful conversation and serve them so well that asking to work with you becomes a no-brainer. The only way, when it comes to coaching, when it comes to consulting, when it comes to one-on-one work or group work of a high caliber like this, that's hands-on, that goes really deep, that's not, one-to-many. When it comes to this type of work, the only way for people to see the value of what you do is for them to experience it themselves. They have to experience it themselves. How do they experience it themselves? By having a conversation with you, by having an experience of your work. So the shortest route from where you are to the next $10,000 sale is a single conversation. And by that mindset, your real job and everything you're doing online becomes geared towards getting people into conversations so that you can serve them. Invite people into a conversation, serve them really powerfully, and then ask if they'd like to explore what it might look like to work together. That's your focus. It's not funnels and emails and blogs and all of these things. And then hopefully maybe by osmosis, eventually they'll buy my course. No. When you realize that your main job as a coach is getting people on the call, serving them, and then enrolling them, it doesn't matter if you have a large audience or not. It doesn't matter if you have money for advertising or not. This is how, with a relatively small audience, I've been able to have $10,000 months consistently we're going on year 2 full time in my business. It's because I understand what my real job is, and I didn't waste a bunch of time trying to sell low ticket items. I understand that my real job is inviting people into conversations, serving them, enrolling them, and delivering results for them. And you can do that with an audience of 10 or 10,000. If you have 10 people in your audience, I bet you can get 2 of them into a free session with you. And then one of those people you can convert into a client, right? Looking at things this way eliminates the belief that you have to have large numbers in order to see success. You can succeed faster and sooner than anyone else when you shift perspective and start seeing what your real job is. Does that make sense? Are you with me? So structure your business around that. Structure your content around that. Structure your website. Your goal is to get people on the phone. If you're a coach and you want to sell high end, your goal and your primary drive behind everything you do is to invite people into a conversation. So how do you do that? What are the 3 steps to doing that? There are really 3 pieces to this. Attract, connect, enroll. Those are the 3 components. Attract, connect, enroll. What is attraction? Client attraction has to do with who your ideal clients are. What is your message? How are you showing up online and delivering your message in such a way that people see you as the solution to their problem, as the medicine to their pain? What is your message? Your message is how you attract people. Now, in 5-dimensional coaching, there are 6 messages that we go over. And a message can take any form. A message could be an email. A message could be a post on Facebook. A message could take the form of a video. A message could take the form of a webinar. But there are 6 main messages. What is this? I'm not even counting right. 6 main messages that you're sharing with your audience. And we don't have time to go over all of them today, but I want to share a few of them with you. Your clients online, people who are in your audience or people who might discover you, a few of the things they want to see from you are your philosophy. They want to know, how do you view this work you do? What is your philosophy? What do you see about your industry that's different from how everyone else sees it? How do you communicate that? What do you believe at the core of your being about this work? Communicate that in your content. Share your philosophy with them. Could be as simple as making a short doing a live video and talking about a truth that you know. But when you're sharing your philosophy with your audience, you're not asking questions. You're not seeing, what do you think? Here's what I think. No, you're showing up as an expert and sharing what you know. So philosophy is a message that you can share with people. Let me share one other message with you of the 6. We'll share 2 out of the 6 because I want to move on and get to the rest of this. The second thing that a lot of people don't do that you could be doing is people want to see results. They want to know that your clients are getting results. And this isn't just testimonials. This could be your client sends you a message, oh my God, you're a health coach. Oh my God, it's so amazing. I had my weigh-in today and I've lost 10 pounds. That's incredible. You message them back, that's amazing, great job. Screenshot the conversation. Blur out their name, protect their privacy, and share that. I'm so proud of my clients. They're seeing results this week. I love when this happens. Someone shouts you out on social media, screenshot it, share it. People want to know that other people are seeing results and are talking about you. The key to sharing results is that the best results are specific and measurable. I've got an itch. I've got like kitty hair or something wafting around. So someone sharing on social media, Avery's really great. I had a fantastic call. I got tons of clarity and I feel really great about my business. That's nice, but that result is not specific or measurable. So while it's great to share that, that doesn't really convince my audience that I'm the person who's going to solve their problem. What will convince them is if someone says, I had an amazing call with Avery, I implemented what he said, and I booked 3 sessions for next week. I took just one small tip that he gave me, and I went and I booked 3 sessions, specific and measurable. If your clients are sending you testimonials and they're sending you shout outs and they're not specific or measurable, what you can do is message them back and say, oh my God, that's so amazing. I love your testimonial. I'd love to hear from you. What specifically changed? You said you really, you felt so much better after our call. What changed specifically? Can you talk to me about it? And they'll tell you, they'll give you some specifics so that you can share. So attraction, number 1. The message that you're putting out online has to show people that you have the solution to their problem and that you are the medicine to their pain. How do you do that? We do it through the 6 messages, 2 of which are results sharing and philosophy, your personal philosophy. That's step 1, attraction. How are you attracting people? Step 2, connecting. How are you connecting with your audience? In order to go from thinking, Stephanie's really cool, I love her content, to I think I could hire Stephanie, they have to have a connection to you. Another way to say this is they have to have an experience of you. This could be something like a webinar where they're in an intimate setting with you and you're teaching them. This could be something like a free session where you put out, hey, I've got some spots open this week for free sessions. Who'd like one? Sign up here. Connect to them. We're more likely to buy from people we feel a connection to. We want to know, like, and trust you. And the best way to do that is to get us off of social media and into an environment where we can have an experience of you, the work you do, what you teach, and how it can change us. If on your webinar, on your free call, you can deliver whatever it is, however you connect, in your class, connection could be a guide, whatever it is, if in that you can give them something that they can take and use to see a result, you've just sealed the deal. When you start getting people results with your free content, with your guides, your opt-ins, your webinars, your free calls, when they can implement what they learn, or when you can help them make a shift that creates a change for them, you're not going to have to sell them. It's not going to be a struggle to get them to sign up for the next thing, because they've already shown themselves that, yes, their intuition was right. He is the solution. This is what we have. So step 2, Connect to them. And as you connect, deliver a result. 3 is enroll. You've attracted them, you've shared your message with them, you've connected with them, you've shown them that you can help them solve a piece of the puzzle, you've given them some results. Now you have to enroll them. How are you going to enroll them? Could be a sales page for a group program. It could be getting them on a call, enrolling them in your coaching, enrolling them in your live event, enrolling them in your retreat. But you've got to enroll people. I can't see my notes here. Yeah. You're blocking the notes. I got to move you. You've got to enroll people. And that process, when it's high end, when you're selling things for $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $10,000, $20,000, when you're selling high end experiences, that enrollment process has to be one-to-one. They have to be talking to you, or at worst, a representative for you. I'm not a big fan of having huge sales teams and having other people do your calls. I think if you're selling high end, you should definitely have the time and the ability to do your excuse me, I have the hiccups, to do your sales calls yourself, right? Eventually, if your business grows to the point where you need a team, you can train people to do it. But for now, you're going to have to enroll people, and it's going to have to be on a call with you. In that call, what are you going to do with them? You're going to talk about their current state. Where are they right now? How'd they get there? You're going to talk about their vision. Where do they want to go? What does it look like? What's the vision they have for success, and what is that specifically? You can talk about their roadblocks, what's holding them back, and then you're going to present your plan for how you're going to get them past the roadblocks and invite them to partake in that plan with you, to invest in themselves. That's a sales call. Attract, connect, enroll. This is your focus. When you start focusing on this, instead of all of the shit that you've been focusing on before, excuse my language, actually, I make no apologies. We can curse here. You're going to see your conversion rates go up. You're going to see your client calendar book up. You're going to see your bank account increase significantly. And when you focus on things this way, you will have the time, the experience, the expertise, the money to then go and build a funnel, to then go and hire someone to help you with Facebook ads, right? Working one-on-one and focusing on this first, delivering this experience first, makes you better at what you do. By the time you're ready to launch a group program or a course, you're going to know your clients inside and out because you've been working with them every day. You're going to know exactly what their problems are, exactly what the language they use to describe what they're going through. You're not going to have to guess or use a bunch of workbooks or something to figure out what people want and how you could deliver it. You're going to know. And it's going to make anything you do build that's a funnel, that's a course, that's a high-end program, a lot more profitable, a lot more successful, and people are going to see better results with it. Does that make sense? I'm going to check your comments here. So we've got a couple minutes left. So I've shown you what. We've gone over the perspective shift. This is where you should be focusing. This is what you should be focusing on. There might be some of you who want more, who want to know, how do I take this and apply it? Yes, I've got the big pieces, Avery. I understand you've created a shift for me on today's call. Now I want to know specifically, how do I take my business and go apply that? I'm going to look at comments here. If that's you, I have something for you. I will make an invitation to you. I'm going to set aside some time in the next week to do some free sessions. We're coming up on the 2-year anniversary of me being full-time in my business. And I would be happy to give back, give you an hour of my time. We can sit down, pitch free, and work through this together. Work through these steps. Look at where you are in your business and look at where you need to go and what we need to get in place to get you there. If that sounds like you and you're ready to stop spinning on the hamster wheel, shoot me an email, avery@averyford.com, and we can set up a time to talk. Because how I see it, you've really got two options. You can continue going the way that you've been going. You can continue, attend this webinar, attend a bunch of other webinars. Maybe you've got some half-finished courses on your hard drive. You can keep trying to tough it out and do it by yourself. But I don't think you want that. I think you see where that's gotten you. And if you're still struggling and you've been at this for more than 3 or 4, 5, 6 months, really, if you've been struggling for more than 3 months to really start making income in your coaching business, if you've been struggling for 6 months, a year, 2 years, and you still haven't cracked it, that's the track record. That tells you what you need to know. It's not working to try to do it on your own. I see so many brilliant women and men who have gifts to share with the world, who aren't sharing them solely because they've become information junkies. They're consuming all this information and they're not implementing, and they've got so much in their head they don't know what to do first. And they don't know how to take this gift and use it to provide for themselves and to make a difference in the world. And I want to see that end. I think you're too talented for that. I think you're too gifted for that. And I think that it's time for you to start seeing the fruits of your labor. So if that's you and you're ready to make a change, you're committed to really making 2017, we've got just over half a year left. If you want to make this the year that this happens for you, email me, avery@averyford.com. We'll set up some time. I'll give you an hour of my time. I'm not sleazy, salesy. You know, if you're in the Spark Lab, that we don't believe in sleazy marketing tactics. So but that's my gift to you. So what questions? You can comment here. You can also comment in the group or on the event page, because I don't see, it could be that no one's commenting, which is totally fine. Maybe you're taking notes, but I want to make sure that I am not missing anything. Let me check YouTube. People might be commenting. So I want to open it up to Q&A. We're just about to hit 2:45. I told you I didn't want to take more than 45 minutes of your time, and I didn't. We made it. So yes, if that's you, if you want to book a call, you can shoot me an email, and I'm going to check YouTube for comments. We're good here. Let me check our event page one more time. Newest. Misty says, absolutely sensible words. Why, thank you. I think I'm quite sensible. So yeah, I'll hang out for a couple minutes more. We'll hang out. Give you a minute to ask questions. What do you want to know? What are you stuck on or confused about? Hopefully today has created a shift for you where you see things differently and you see your focus differently. You're going to focus your energy more appropriately. It shouldn't be taking you 12 hours a day to run your online business. I non-jokingly say, I had Katia Sarmiento, a former client of mine. She came to Kansas City, stayed with me, and we had a little powwow and worked on funnels together. But she joked, she said, you work less than anyone I know online. I said, I know. Because I figured out how just in a couple hours a day to do what I need to do in order to always enroll clients when I need them. And then I take my time and enjoy spending time with my clients, and then I go enjoy my life. Because I built this business in the first place to have tons of freedom, to go explore and travel and write and all sorts of things. I want you to have that. I don't want you to be spending hours and hours and hours a day on social media and not seeing a result. I think that this hustle narrative, this grind and hustle, it's actually just a holdover from corporate America, where busy was seen as important. If I'm busy, then it means that I'm important, right? We've all seen that in the corporate world, the glorification of busy. The people, oh, I'm just always busy. I'm always busy, even if they're not accomplishing much. The hustle in the online world is the same thing. Always hustling, always hustling, always hustling. It's just a holdover from the 9 to 5. It's just busy in another outfit. And I don't want you to have to do that. I don't want you to have to pretend to be Gary Vee and grind 20 hours a day. Gary Vee is a special creature who I think loves every second of his hustle. But most people I know don't. Most people I know want some freedom. They want time with their family. They want to be able to travel. They want to be able to have a really nice life for themselves and their loved ones. And they don't want to be tethered to a computer 24 hours a day. So I don't think you should have to. That's why I'm here to help you. So what else? Let's check for comments one last time. And again, if you just caught this, if you want a free 1 hour no pitch coaching session, if you're really ready to move forward and make this the year that you start seeing results, send me an email. Avery@averyford.com. We'll get you taken care of. We'll schedule a time. So that's it. I'm going to wrap up. I want to say thank you. Thank you for spending your time with me today. Thank you for being a member of the Spark Lab, for all of your support today and for all the years past. It means a lot to me. And it's really a privilege to be able to share what I know and to serve you and see you achieve your dreams. I love nothing more than when you can take something you've learned, implement it, and you start seeing results. That just makes my day. So if you've learned something really valuable today and you're able to apply it, what I want you to do is send me a message or post in the Spark Lab. Let us know, what was the big shift and how did it change you? That's it for today. I'm Avery Ford. Keep going for it. You've got this, all right? Bye.